Yo, what up, YouTube? I want to talk real quick about this trend that's been going around on the internet where, Caribbeans and Haitians and West Indians, other black people are saying that black Americans have no culture, right? It's coming from people like Busta Rhymes and Cassinet and people that have podcasts and stuff saying that we don't have no culture, right? Bro, you ever heard of Muhammad Ali? Muhammad Ali. He's from Louisville, Kentucky, right? You ever been to the black church? Ever been to a black church? Right. Now, see, culture is something that comes along with your people from their origins, right? But black Americans, we're a people separated from, our origins, our names, languages. We weren't allowed to learn how to read or write. That was illegal. And we weren't able to connect to our original culture, right? So what happens is, after being here amongst each other for hundreds of years, your own culture starts to come up out of, your current situation and circumstance, right? So when you see, like the religion was handed to us, right? Christianity, but we formed our own culture around the church. So nowadays the black church is like no other one, right? Malcolm X, right? Uh, they call him a black Muslim, right? Because it's Muslims all over the world, right? But he came from our culture, right? And the way that he presented himself as a Muslim, it came from the culture of black people, right, here in America, right? So he differentiated himself from other Muslims, like the black church differentiated itself from other Christian groups, right? And it goes on what we originate and create, coming from our culture that really transforms the world in terms of music, style, fashion, wordplay, dress, all of these things. It comes from black Americans, right? And what I'm starting to get is maybe these people from Haiti, Jamaica, wherever you come from, maybe Ghana, Nigeria, maybe you're just jealous, right? That we are who we are, right? We're very unique, right? If you travel throughout African countries, right, they speak different languages, but if you hear the accent, it's African, right? You haven't distinguished yourself as some particular type of African. You're just African, right? I can look at your dress code, right, and your style of speaking. You're an African, but I don't know what kind of African you are. But when you see me, you know who I am, bro. Right? When you hear how I talk, you see how I walk, you see my features, you know who I am because see, we are something different. Right? We're not like the rest of the world, right? And maybe that's the reason, right? We're targeted for oppression so much, right? And now it's coming from people that look like us, people that are melanated like us, are trying to say, we don't have culture. What's the attack for, right? Because you want a bigger, better place in the white man's society? Are we standing in your way, bro? Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan is a black American. Muhammad Ali is a black American, right? Oh man, yeah, well that's what y'all do, man. Sports and stuff like that, I guess you never saw the movie Hidden Figures, right? About the black women who worked for NASA, who helped the rocket launch, that they couldn't have launched the rocket without them, right? And you never heard of George Washington Carver, right? Who invented so many things that, the white man's industry is functioning off of today, right? And all of the inventions that we came up with, post-slavery, that we weren't allowed to patent, that helped out the American industry moving forward. Our brain power, our ingenuity, built the greatest country on earth that you can now walk in freely, my Jamaican brother, my African brother, and have an opportunity for yourself. But see, there was a time when we didn't even have opportunities here as Black Americans. But guess what we did, right? We got dogs sicked on us, water hoses sprayed on us. We formed groups and organizations like the Panthers, the Nation of Islam, right? And we forged opportunities and rights for ourselves that you're taking advantage of now. And you have the nerve to say, Hassanet, right? Who is supported by us, right? You're somebody today because our community supports you. Because Kevin Hart comes on your streams and podcasts and things like that, making you more successful, right? But yet you have the nerve to say, we have no culture, right? If you're from the inner city, have you ever had a bean pie? What about a piece of fried chicken, right? Well, y'all didn't invent for, bro, it's a staple of our culture, not other people's, right? Bro, I don't try to steal from you or downplay whatever, cultural linchpins you have, things, that are tied to your culture, that are part of your culture as a Haitian or Jamaican. I don't try to downplay dance hall or whatever. Hey, knock yourself out, bro. I'm not mad. But yet, these people have the nerve to try to attack us. Now, here's this other thing, that we're lazy and we should be further ahead. Bro, if I fight a 500-pound gorilla for you, right? Because, my fight, it helps out all of those who look like me all over the world, right? So if I fight, right, through education, through protests, through pooling my resources, right? Okay, and I get myself into a position, right, where, okay, I done scored a lot of punches, I done made a lot of headway for myself, but yet and still, I take a lot of punches back in the process, right? In this battle, right, for equality in America and against oppression, a lot of heavy punches have been landed by the opposition, right? Crack cocaine, right? Redlining, disproportionate educational systems on purpose, disproportional diet, availability of certain things, right? All of these things, they do damage, right? So now, if I'm all beat up, right, and me, the giant, I landed a few punches, but he's a giant, right? He's way bigger and stronger. And then here you come, fresh, right? No bad credit, no crack mama, no jail record, right? No American oppression, right? Haven't experienced none of that, right? Okay. Then you come over, you fresh, right? And not only that, you're from a poor country, so you're hungry and you're anxious and eager to grab opportunities. I've been fighting all this time, right? Now here you come fresh and you waltz right in. Didn't have to face the lynching, the discrimination, the Jim Crow, all of this historic oppression, right? You never had to deal with any. I dealt with that. My people dealt with that, right? We got the scars to show for it, right? And so, when you fight this fight against crack cocaine, right, and other machinations that are set against you and your people, you get beat down, you get tired, and guess what? You may find some of us, a lot of us, beat down, right? Medicating ourselves from the struggle here of being a black man in America, medicating ourselves with alcohol and drugs, right? Oh man, well, you weak for that. You found weak amongst all people, right? But here's the thing. You find drugs, right, and problems related to drugs amongst poor people, crime, all that. You find that where you find the poorest people, right? So anywhere where you impoverish people, you're going to have more crime and drugs. People be more willing to take drugs, right, and do crimes because they're impoverished. They're struggling to survive. So yeah, you find us in bad condition, bro. It's been a long, hard fight to get the opportunities that you stand on and benefit from today. So throwing shots at us, saying we don't have a culture, it's a real bad look for you. This is the Mind Spray, man. Let me know what you think. Peace.